Let's start.
Let's do it. Wait,
Okay, two major news. We are almost ready to launch Game of Tensors, and the game will start 27th of May. And we already finished proposal for rewards allocation for Game of Tensors, and I would like to mention that game will we'll play till 1st of August, but this is what rewards already allocated. But we also decided that we will continue Game of Tensors maybe 2-3 months more. So Game of Tensors will be like in two stages. First with currently allocated rewards till 1st of August, and then we will allocate, propose to allocate to Space Pussy community more pussies for second phase of Game of Tensors. And was a lot of effort last weeks with application for Game of Tensors, Cybertensor application on spacepussy.ai, and we made few iterations. More iterations are coming, but we ready to onboard ambassadors and our fans and community leaders, everyone who would like to join test flight that starts today. And all rewards are already allocating, and distribution are coming in currently launched Cybertensor contract. For Game of Tensors, we will deploy 2 contracts. Yes, this is our big difference with Bitensor, because Bitensor have just one network, root and subnetworks. In our network, all tensor is just one contract. So a lot of tensors can be launched, a lot of root networks with subnets can be launched with different tokens by different neurons community members. And we will launch for Game of Tensors 2 Cybertensor contracts. The first one is GraphVerse. We decided to name contracts verses and tensor contracts verses. And GraphVerse, the game will happy with application, because in GraphVerse neurons will can join subnets which will curate different topic in knowledge graph. So all teachers and professors, it's teachers with top stake on them, and participate in and teachers, professors participate in different subnets on different topics with their knowledge, and share this knowledge with Cybergraph, and take rewards, earn rewards from the GraphVerse. And as we mentioned, rewards will split it 50% of Game of Tensor allocations will be distributed to GraphVerse, and 50% of tokens will be distributed to P2PVerse. And with GraphVerse, all neurons can join different subnets, different subgraphs in Cybergraph, and make cyberlinks based on their topic. For example, it can be Twitter posts, memes, different topics about AI, knowledge, biology, cosmology, and everything can be curated, because everyone will able to launch their own subgraph network and ask community to engage community to distribute rewards from the graph root network to their topic. So basically means it's block rewards and rewards space pushing later to bostrom, and it's already started. Application are working, and everyone can join. Artyom, if I've thought already prepared documentation and guide how to join test flight program right now, and we'll publish to community maybe today or tomorrow. And all of you can participate and start to earn rewards from the network for content creation, publication, and curation. And the second verse is P2PVerse, and this is like everything will happen like in BitTensor. So this is basically BitTensor. Because verses can be launched in different modes in graph network, where subjective value which participants and subnet members bring, it's cyberlinks. And in P2PVerses, you have software launched on different nodes through the globe, which runs different subnets software. And so for example, it can be text processing subnets, image generation, storage, any other infrastructure, and everything that you can imagine, and what already BitTensors guys and community made, because our APIs are absolutely identical. And so, for example, to launch any subnet which are already running in BitTensor, you just need to fork this subnet on GitHub, change library from BitTensor to Cybertensor, change dependency in the code, and just made small changes, and you're all ready to launch this subnet connected to bostrom. And so a game will happen with two verses. The first one is graph, the second one is P2P. Rewards will be equal for both of these verses. For example, and would like to mention, through the Game of Thrones, everyone can launch their own verse, because all of this is just one contract, and you can make your own instance of this contract, launch your own verse with your own rewards and everything in any community token or IBC token through the Cosmos ecosystem, and launch your own verse. And I would like to ask Sergey. Sergey, please, can you explain about grades and extra rewards that we decided to distribute through the best graph topics, teachers and professors, and between best subnet creators and leaders in P2PVerse?
Hello, everyone. What we want to do, we want to split all rewards to the equal parts of the P2P rewards and graph rewards. And in each of this category, we want take we want give rewards for the top subnet creators and and rewards for protocol rewards. We want take top for P2P. We want take top 6 fork subnets and top 6 native subnets. For example, LLM, picture generation, voice recognition, and so on. And also we want to give some rewards for ambassadors. We will present our reward program at the next week.
So on a basic level, it sounds like GraphVerse is any ambassador,
Content.
anyone that wants
It's
to
really content verse. Maybe not
exactly, content verse. And then P2P is a straight fork of BitTensor and is around more of
All around networks, some like LLM or something like this.
Yeah. Okay, so a little bit more vague, perhaps. And the documentation that will be, you said it was going to be published today or tomorrow. Will that have a nice outline?
We
Yes.
already have documentation on the Space Pussy docs dot spacepussy.ai.
Okay.
Docs,
So yes, basically we have documentation for P2P verse, which is basically identical to BitTensor documentation because we have Cybertensor, CLI tooling, and a library with same name, which absolutely identical to BitTensor ones. And so documentation and Cybertensor CLI tool, which are able to explore root network and subnets, bring votes and whites to the root network, and also Artyom preparing documentation will publish soon about for content curators. And I almost finished with next release of Cybertensor COSWASM contract in Cybernet repository, and we'll publish soon. We will start, as I mentioned, game in 27 of May. 2 contracts with the new release will be deployed, and game will start. And I think we will very soon launch Cybertensor on bostrom. So game in Space Pussy will start, but we so decided that we would like to bring to deploy Cybertensor Cybernet on bostrom network as soon as possible.
Beautiful. These docs look fantastic, by the way. Checking them out.
And also small updates to validators. I decided to fully focus on the game of Tensor Launch. Previously, I mentioned that Cyber team would like to make next bostrom upgrade as soon as possible. We are already in testing phase, and this upgrade was planned till the end of May, but yesterday I decided to change decision and make this next upgrade as soon as possible. But I think it will be beginning of the June, and this will allow to focus me fully on Game of Tensors launch, because there's whole team coordination from Cyber team, Cyber team, Congress, community leaders, and our community members.
So this is the finishing network upgrade that was discussed, I think maybe a month ago. You're focusing
Yes,
your energy on that. Beautiful. Okay.
version 4. Yes. Me and Kirill, bro and bro, still testing, but upgrade will happen a little bit later because need fully focus on Game of Tensors launch. And also, I will bring and team will prepare special content and updates for Twitter that will allow community members and neurons which participate in Twitter hype subnet. Yes, this subnet will be launched on GraphVerse and will be the first subnet. And then they can make and write the posts and any engagement ideas on Twitter, makes cyberlinks with their Twitter posts, and then community, each of them can decide who made and wrote better content and better posts, memes, everything, and earn rewards, distributing all these rewards between each of them through the wide settings and votings to each other.
That's definitely a great first practice test flight of the subnet of the GraphVerse. And then anyone from there can spin up their own subnet on their own topic, and then ask the community to join. And how will the rewards get distributed from one subnet to the next?
Yes, and this is what we have, root network. So in Graph verse and P2PVerse, they both are root verses, and so it basically means in rewards are allocating to the verse which have root network participants and validators in root network. They distribute rewards through the setting of the weights of the votes on these subnets. So this allow community dynamically adjust reward distribution through the different content topics and subgraphs in Cybergraph, inside the Cybergraph, and in case of GraphVerse. And in case of P2PVerse, distributes through the different subnets of subnetworks of nodes which run different software, as we mentioned, LLMs, images generation, recognition, sensor networks, infrastructure, storage, everything that you can imagine, and everything what already be Tensor have. So anyone can join root network. 64 deans. So we decided to made naming through the university semantics, and decided to name root network validators in GraphVerse as deans. So deans participate on root network. They cast votes to different particles, IPFS hashes, and dynamically adjust rewards to these different topics. And all this topic is subnet, and all participants of this subnet, they make cyberlinks to this topic, and then rewards from subnet itself goes to neurons.
Cool. That's very sophisticated and automatic and dynamic, as you said. So, nice. And another quick question: how manual will the process be of people voting, or like the relevance of a content that's created in the GraphVerse? Is that a purely manual process of the community deciding the best memes, or would there be a way that the graph can be scanned for relevance based on, looking at the IPFS hashes and evaluating the content automatically, maybe giving the community an easier pick, or like, a relevant search? Am I making sense? Does this question make sense? Maybe
Yes, makes sense. And so all content from and data information from neurons participants of graph faculties will make cyberlinks, and all these particles created by these cyberlinks, all content will have assigned rank, and ranked by our cyber rank algorithm. So you can and add it to Cybergraph with all proofs, who, by whom, and when, and why this cyberlinks and particle was added. And so these particles will be entered to new content relevant cyberlinks between different subgraphs will start to connect, and so these cyberlinks inside subgraphs will start to grow and connect with another subgraphs. And back to the first question about manually, yes, and this is how it will work on start, and what application already allowed. And
Still with you.
and because this is subjective measurement of information, you will need to see and watch and curate this content. So this is like what you actually do when you participate in any community. You see what community members do, and evaluate the value and decide how to I would like to distribute rewards to other community members. And so application already allowed you to see cyberlinks content created by given neuron in subnet. And then back to a white side page and put point through the 0 till 10 to different neurons, and this is how consensus, human consensus, which have stake of all participants and weights that participants put on each other and calculate rewards to these participants and community members. So consensus between in this community between the neurons will be established with human consensus, and this is how process of reward distribution works.
Beautiful. So the cyber rank is really key in how the information is initially organized for the community to view it, and then from there it's a manual process of the community viewing and participating and all that good stuff, and then human consensus kind of settles the logistics of who gets what, how they get what.
Yes,
Cool.
and this verse first we starting this verse in Space Pussy network, then in Bostrom network, but our understanding is that it will work like warp teleport for projects from current stage and to second stage between. We for so long time, for years, taught about rewards for learning, and we had the experience with Golos networks, Team 4, that we already launched. And yes, we have had very long understanding based on experience with Steemit, how subjective measurement of value and curation of content, algorithmic adjusted rewards that can work on chain, how hard is this topic. And now we have a huge foundation with Cybergraph, CyberRank, Cyber Virtual Machine based on COS and WASM, and community and best narrative. And the most interesting narrative through the ecosystem and whole industry. And now network will start to pay to the members with tokens and for knowledge creation and sharing with all participants in the network. And then I mentioned a few times before, like Cybertensor is a part of Cybernet project, and then the work already started, and I hope it will happen at the end of this year. We will launch Cybernet, and I think it will be one more game because now all participants of our network are people, and the idea, which we thought for a long time, but now the moment to organize and put a lot of different technologies together came, and now I understand that we have that we can create using technologies such as open source LAN networks and models that can be launched locally at home on your laptop or computer and desktop and even mobile. And then connect all these networks that can be models that can be launched locally through the P2P messenger. And this will and bring blockchain sites, smart contract sites to their communication, network management, and system prompts, and tasks, and routing mechanism, and they even own wallets. And so these agents, AI agents, um, will join our community, and they will able to communicate between each other in P2P network, like you are using Telegram or WhatsApp, and organize the what they do through this P2P messenger based on Vacuum. And this technology is not yet in production, but this is the best P2P technology and protocol framework based on libp2p and written in Rust. And the guys are work with building this project for a very long time and iteratively improve protocol and code base. And guys from the Graph projects who built indexers for with GraphQL API for Ethereum and Ethereum-based networks. And they use Vacuum to the with the Graph SDK agent software, which allow indexers nodes communicate with each other and exchange information about the states, market condition for API, and any other relevant information. So I researching this project and how it already works, how it's scalable, and Vaku, we are in our team in Cyber Congress for a very long time thought about Vaku and P2P message exchange. Now we have Sense, but this is on-chain messaging through the memo in transactions. And Vaku, which already integrated in status application, are working and it's really improvement. And I decided to try to write AI models launched with project, for example, like Llama CPP in server mode, and connect this messenger to this AI model server, local AI model server, and bring to this model account with wallet, with connection to different registries, access to tokens, access to the graph, possibility and feature to publish cyberlinks and contact generated by this LM or any other AI model, and also send data and information between other agents, fully autonomous or manually controlled by participants' neurons. Will allow exchange them information, talk to each other, and they will learn from Cybergraph, and they will teach Cybergraph same way as we do. I mean, people.
Nice. I mean, that's some of the end game. It's like the end game of where we're all heading with this movement, or at least the way I understand it.
And I told that we will prepare some content for Twitter, for X, because we need visualization of what we did and what are our next stages, roadmap, and visualize this in an understandable way. So yes, we will bring this as soon as possible. We'll publish on our X account and about architecture of Cybertensor, Game of Tensors, and rules and economy and rewards and plans, and also about Cybernet, about agents network. So piece by piece, Cybergraph, rewards, and network of agents will soon fully connected. And I think it will be huge transactions explode.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it's going to be actually pretty big.
Yes. Any question, guys? Whom would like to share? Any?
So I have a question. It sounds like it will be a kind of incentivization mechanism for creating cyberlinks, like maybe partly or in general.
On first stage, what we have right now, this human consensus, all these matrix, not state and compute based on these states happen in sequential virtual machine called Vasu machine. So we cannot compute in smart contracts huge matrices because there's one thread on CPU which compute all this data based on the human consensus algorithm. So I already started research of implementation of human consensus on GPUs, and then I think I will not say dates, but it will happen. We will deploy this rewards distribution mechanism, incentivization mechanism on consensus level to the core and to GPU consensus computation. So this will allow to compute whole metrics of all neurons which publish hyperlinks to the graph and the similarity between their cyberlinks vectors. I mean, like you publish something, you create cyberlink, and then I create cyberlink between same information which you bring to the cybergraph. And so this is how I increase this cyberlink, global cyberlink power. And this is how I curate this contact published by my friend. And if you, so this is like reposts, you can think also kind of this. And this is how you curate content, and this is how you top up information, bring relevance to Cybergraph based on amount of amperes you have. And similarity, within similarity between every pair of neurons on the global graph can be computed on GPU with stakes. And so rewards can be also computed on a whole graph for thousands, tens of thousands participants and distribute not for small subnets communities, which now we preset with 64 for subnet, but will increase to 128, maybe later to 156, but this is not thousands, tens of thousands of this need to be GPU computed. And this is possible, and as soon as we will implement it, rewards, global rewards will be enabled, launched.
Global rewards sound really cool to have that bake in on the consensus level. And I think to your point, Valley, my simple brain is also making the connection that these subnets seem like mini graphs that cyberlinks will be created and rewarded, but the cyberlinks have like a very specific purpose. So I kind of see that same connection.
So it's kind of like it's like an extension to the whole graph, and there we are like playing around and testing and like sharing knowledge, but it won't go to the main cybergraph. It will go to this to this specific subnet, right?
That's what I'm thinking. That's how I'm visualizing it too. Valletta, do you have confirmation?
Can you repeat the last sentence, please?
Will the subnets be represented on the main graph?
Yes, of course.
How?
So this is this is the same content way how you add content information to Cybergraph, but when as you register it on through the verse, GraphVerse, particularly on Space Pussy or Bostrom, then you are joining rewards program.
Would it be
So
possible?
you
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
You can think as all these verses as rewards programs that can be launched by anyone, and GraphVerse's idea to distribute rewards for Cyberlinks creation. So as you registered as participants of the rewards distribution program on this verse, on this given subnet with given topic, you can teach and earn rewards.
Something like comes up to my mind. So for example, some specific community could join and who will create this kind of program could set some incentivization for the campaign, let's say campaign, and so we could create a subnet with specific information if we will set some specific rules. For example, we would like to gather as much as possible data about like cloud computing. So and this and who will submit more, then we will have some rewards distributed later between across the contributors. But later, how it might be used, like so this data set, for example.
Step by step. Yes, you as us able to deploy and instantiate contract and launch your own verse, for example, Graph or P2P one with your own token, for example, post-human token, and ask to join your community in civilization program like which you create, for example, for different topics about content on YouTube and educational videos, documentation, and the news from the net through the different networks. And what you need is just your token and one buttons, and with this transaction amount of tokens, which what you would like to distribute with your community, and create first subnet or 2 or 3 as you would like to, and start with your community, your own community. And same with P2PVerses, the same instance of the same, a different instance of same contract that your community software that they would like to run on their computers. And as everything that happen through the cybergraph. So cybergraph is medium and relevance machine. Medium of information, what is relevant and what is not so relevant. And also it's cybergraph, it's memory. So you can read and you can write, you can learn from and teach to, and even you can launch your own network based on cyber protocol as Bostrom and Space Pussy and DeepChain deployed, launched.
One more question to hear. So is it possible to create this kind of subnet via the front end?
Can you repeat why you what?
Through using the front end.
For graph
Like,
subnets, you application that already developed and new version that we will deploy will have interface. For staking and graph graph curation for graph versuses, and also Explorer. And for P2P subnets, it will be Explorer with stake, because bytes need to be set by software in different P2P networks. And application almost ready. We all welcome all of you to test flight, as mentioned with GraphTod, and you can start to use. And also Cybertensor CLI tool, which are already ready for a long time, and also able you to communicate with deployed Cybertensor contract.
all right, excellent. Thank you.
Updates from team.
I want to add, we are glad to invite you to test Cybertensor, and you can find instruction how deploy availability subnet in the documentation.
And just
started
would like
and make
to
issue.
show demo of currently developed application, and from the start till the end, every split show us.
Yeah.
You can see stream from Cheslav Epilol.
Yes. Do you hear me?
Yes, we hear you and see your screen.
Yeah, good. I showed some presentation while you were discussing, so we can go quick now through all screens. Here is the main page of Cybernet. We split by by two flows. So main one flow is stake if user wants to just stake, and second flow is to join subnet. If you just stake, you can go to this page and choose. As we now we're thinking about names. For now, it's names creators, and choose who would like to stake. You can see which subnets this neuron participate, what will stake, like different statistic. Also, you can go to your stats. Now it's not very information will be improved. If you would like to join to subnet, you can go to this page and see.
Mike, you're producing noise.
And as you see, application are using on Space Pussy bostrom passports. So your nicknames and your avatars from bostrom are using as passports on Space Pussy Game of Tensors.
Yeah. So go explore different stuff, information, like general information, a lot of params, neurons who participate in it. If you join to subnet, you can change grades for every neuron. Also, we are working last week on.
Please show us as you open contact information created in Cybergraph, and then how you set white.
Yeah, so for example, you would like to check participation of neuron, you go explore what its contribution. Here is no information, but it can be load what cyberlinks he did, and then you can choose what grade you how to say give to him. From 1 to 10, and submit it. So weights will be updated, and also you can see weights in table. So you can make decision based on it. So we went through main pages. Last week we are working more on improving user experience interface. So we had that core before. Now we try to make it more understandable for users. I think Stepa can show what will be next updated.
Czeslaw Stepan will show us, yes, but before I would like to ask you also staking and delegate and delegator pages. So all of these are available as test flight that we asked community and you to join. And yes, this is application currently deployed.
Yes, so this is delegator page. Now maybe it will be named as creator page. You can see details of this creator, people who nominate on it, and do stake and stake based on your decision.
And root page, please.
Root subnet?
Yes. Because need to show how white on subnets looks like. Subnets page. No. Root, and I mean in the root, and show whites on subnets, not grades. Yes.
Under work right now. We need to do some updates. But on this page, you can set weights on subnets in root subnet if you participate in root subnet. Also submit it, and we'll be able to see grades table, but here will be subnets. So I think that's all for front-end side. We will continue on improving to be more understandable for users, and I think it will be a good application soon.
So really easy. Yeah.
Ivan, can you show us what you prepare?
Yep, sure. Just a moment. How I will start. As just mentioned before, we are working on two different flows. One is the design flow, which is still in prototype state and going a bit further than implementation. We'll try to show where we're aiming to with the design implementation. This is the main page, which is almost the same as the one already implemented. Here you can see the two different flows, which is stake and subnets. In stake flow, you can check all the creators. I think it's pretty much the same with implementation. Then you can see all stakers, where you can also filter and by amount of stake, and go inside and check the information about the staker, how much total he already staked, and on which creators. This actually starts off my staker, but the last column will be unavailable for the just random staker and stake flow. And the second flow is the subnets, where we can we have the table of all subnets, and go and check inside of the subnet. Yeah, it's a bit different from implementation right now, because it's in both ways it's still work in progress. So here you can pretty much the same, see columns of creators, job done, you can check it, grades and changing, which is one of kind of how do you call it, the slider, yeah, slider. And then you can see, you can check the work of this creator, which is already filtered by this participant. So what else? Also, you can check. I'm going back, and you can check stats by your creator, where you can see total stake received and daily return, some information, main information about the creator, and then table of subnets, which this creator participating in it, and then stakers, table of stakers who staked on this creator. Yeah, so like that, I'll try to go through all the flow once again of creators, and you can go inside of the any creator, check stats, then stakers, also go inside any staker, check stats, and then subnet, inside of any subnet, and that's by your creator and your staker. I don't know if I have to stop on small details, but actually you can see by yourself, like the subnets. Valera said that the new version of contracts will be in it will be available to attach names for subnets and also images of subnets, so we can show it in the further iterations, where you can see this creator have leader position in couple, this leader position here. My creator also in table, you can see the status of in each Cybernet, like the position, grade, and status in there. Also the average grade for every creator. Pretty much like that. Any questions?
Thank you, super. Any questions? Well, looks very cool. Mike, something is broken. I guess, well, we hear you very loudly. Maybe you can reduce the sound of the microphone and it become better. I don't know. Try.
And I think with the next iterations, I told before about boosters, which will allow you to invest and participate in part of rewards on different neurons. So you can buy like shares for their rewards for different neurons based on bonding curve, as I mentioned before, and this will be launched in future stages as we finalize tokenomics. And would like to mention, very, very important, we decided to launch a Game of Tensors with staking token as Pussy, and we will get Pussy rewards. We already researched and realized that staking of volt and amperes is the best economy decision and solution to set. So the economy will look like you have basic staking token, for example, Butu Pussy, then you have liquid staking derivative, hydrogen or liquid Pussy, then you can put in hydrogen on Pussy fusion reactor, and then you get volt and amperes, wasting your tokens on a given period of time. And using these volts, you can create some amount of cyberlinks per day, and using amperes, you can rank cyberlinks, what you rank to the cybergraph, and then you will need to stake these tokens on the verse. On different verse economy types will be available, but how it will looks like launched first one by community by CNET in Space Pushing Bostrom networks. It will be staken using volts at amperes, and then you will get rewards in native token. So economy will be soon completely finished. I mean, like token flow, tokenomics. It will be fully connected from all directions. And hydrogen fees will be applied, and fee token for transaction will be changed from Blue to hydrogen, and hydrogen will start to burn. So yes, also small update.
Cool. El Nivo, that flow looked really, really nice and simple. And yeah, overall, I just really like some of the visual changes to the UI experience. The simplicity is welcomed.
So soon you can share your Pussy memes with Space Pussy's Pussy Graph and earn rewards.
How
And
will
your
how will the UI update be tied in with the Game of Tensors launch and these subnets? Are they going to launch alongside one another?
what we have right now and what Happy Lowell showed us, it's how basic small changes, but this is how it will look like. The
Cool.
iteration that Niva showed us will be deployed later, and step by step,
Cool.
because on the design page you can see not only Cybernet new Cybernet Cybertensor design, but and timeline and map and menus, a lot of updates.
Really cool, though. I think the potential between, between the economics and the user experience and the subnets, there's a lot kind of coming and happening, and it's all pushing forward. It's a cool process to see step by step.
I think we can make screenshots of currently design and post it on X, or make cyberlinks and community will post on X, because there were a lot of things to share and talk about and bring your feedback.
Yeah.
Guys, I just
No,
wanted
no
to
update.
throw.
Valentin.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, Valentin. Please ask.
Yeah, so when I was thinking about like about cyber design wise, about the front end and UI, I found out that there is like currently it's a really huge issue to user how to get energy to interact with everything. So if you would like to just check, I posted it in my as a tweet in Cyber. So and I wrote down the description how this might be improved in terms of bringing uh, bringing users and maybe to bootstrap some stake tokens amount, because also when we were trying to create some explainers, it's still really difficult to explain to user why he should just get some tokens and then stake it. No, this actually is obvious, but then he should uh, get some not get but lock his some of his hydrogen and explain what the hydrogen is, and then he should lock this token to invest it for some specific period of time to get one energy token, and then he should do it once again to get one more energy token. So what I propose to just not to create or implement instantly, but just consider something kind of invest invest taking functionality. When you come to cyber, you have some boot on your balance, and then you could choose, and then you will see which features you will get if you stake your tokens from the beginning when you coming to cyber, and you will get these features. You will be able to chat, you will be able to create cyberlinks and everything, but on the on the main page. And when and to provide specific and concrete tooling for this, to allow users to from the first page join and don't not to jump from one link to another, from one tab to another, to get this energy. The first page should explain that he will get features of cyber if he will lock his token for some amount of time. And it also could show benefits which user will get. He will get everything, but with extra. He will get not only stake tokens, he will get some energy, he will get the chat opportunity, contribution to cyber, and knowledge graph, and so on and so forth. But he could just proceed with regular staking, and he could try to find out how to get this energy later. HFR will still be in the game.
Yes, I agree with you. I need to bring this link and infographics to the main page, and also connect with analytics for tokenomics, which Sergey calculate and post in Telegram with APRs for different tokens with prices. We already have in Nebula, but connect functionality features of different tokens and their meanings and statistics. But the basic idea of current Nebula was that you can in Nebula page, click on token and token name, and then you will find all information about this token. Guys, I propose almost one and a half hour community call and switch to Russian, fastly discuss our updates and
Yes, Valery, but quickly I would like to, sorry. I would like to interrupt you with our quick statistics just for the profile. So here it is, the stat, 45 neurons were active, links were created, and MC Merit on the first place, Cyber Goodwin the second one, and so on. That's all. Sorry for interrupting you.
That's cool to see that I joined the list this week.